You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, and your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, And she was right.
You know Nicole Murphy? She's generally a private person who prefers to steer clear of gossip and trouble. However, her history with Lisa Raye McCoy is a different story entirely. Nicole has always been able to see right through her. Their friendship completely fell apart after Lisa publicly pointed a finger at Nicole, claiming she was the reason for her divorce from Michael McKissick. Lisa didn't hold back, labeling her former friend a homewrecker, and insisting Nicole purposely sought out married men. But honestly, Nicole insists she has no patience for that kind of nonsense and those ugly labels. And if Lisa believed those initial accusations were harsh, the situation has become infinitely more intense now. Rumor has it, the quiet conflict between them grew so severe that Nicole was apparently looking into Lisa's new romantic partner. This was supposedly an act of revenge for the damaging statements made about her character. With all this back and forth, it makes you wonder if these two could ever possibly repair their relationship. The level of animosity and messy history currently between them makes any chance of reconciliation seem very unlikely. It's important to recall how this public feud started. Lisa was actually the first to make their issues known to everyone. Do you remember when she brought up the situation with Antoine Fuqua? That was a major scandal. Nicole was photographed kissing Antoine, who was married to Lila Rashawn at the time, while they were all on a holiday. Nicole faced a huge public relations crisis because of it, with many people believing she had intended to break up Antoine and Lila's marriage from the very beginning so she could be with him. But when Lisa Raye decided to start sharing her own secrets, she took the entire conflict to a completely new and more serious level.
Thing is this, when you're a woman and you're grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing. I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
this was after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it, because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face,
Okay.
And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me.
Right.
Relax.
And we had a good conversation because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. We should not be in that position.
Right.
I will say this.
Rumors suggest Lisa Raye even interfered in Nicole's engagement to Michael Strahan. She reportedly sent him proof of Nicole's unfaithfulness, which caused him to call off their wedding plans shortly before the couple split for good.
The thing, Lila and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you're not talking about it all the time. That's that friendship stuff?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, Lisa Raye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Lila Rashawn husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after Lisa Raye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
What?
When people asked Lisa Raye why she was so relentless, she explained it was pure retaliation. She claimed Nicole had an affair with her then-husband, Michael McKissick. The deepest cut wasn't just the betrayal by Michael, but the fact that Nicole, as her close friend, was the one who caused the pain.
That's true, absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invited to your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right.
How'd you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane, because we owned a plane And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rode on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him and you don't even know him is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
not that part.
no, I mean, I don't know, but meaning, yes, this is too rich for me. The manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to call her. And, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, And then I called again, and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan.
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him. And I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, let me send you a tape that I have of proof, And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
It was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane, and she gets out and he gets out, and I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm gonna leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Me too.
Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I would think an enemy would do, or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your girl. Where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period.
In a surprising twist, Lisa Raye has stated that while a friendship is impossible, she hopes to avoid animosity. Since they share a social scene, she prefers no tension. However, reports suggest Nicole is having none of it. She is apparently upset that Lisa spoke so freely and now wants to position herself as the one making peace, which Nicole sees as deeply hypocritical.
Yeah. It may be social media. No. Social media took on a mountain of its own. And like I said, listen, it said I broke up somebody's marriage, which is absolutely false. I never did that. There was a statement released by that ex-husband saying it's false. And
you're talking about when Lisa Raye got involved and said you slept with her.
Yes, and it's not true.
Well, she talked real greasy on social media.
I know, it's not true. First of all, her husband released a statement.
That's the Caicos King.
Yes, saying it's not true.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody focused on that issue. No one, they just focused on
in bed with Roxy, so.
That has nothing to do with
I'm just saying.
If Lisa Raye believed Nicole's involvement with Michael McKissick was a deep betrayal, then Nicole's next move made Lisa want to cut her out for good. You might recall the whispers from around 2011, suggesting Lisa was seeing Pastor Noel Jones. When the gossip started, Lisa was quick to shut it down. She explained that he was merely her spiritual advisor and a close friend, nothing romantic. However, Pastor Noel Jones wasn't in a hurry to clarify the situation. He let the speculation continue unchecked. The ambiguity even played out on his reality series, Pastors of L.A., which explored the question of whether Lisa could potentially fit into the life of a pastor. It was some time later before he finally addressed the rumors and stated they were not a couple. But if the rumors are accurate, the two were indeed involved in a serious romance for a period. The story goes that their connection was growing strong until another person interfered. Now, it's important to remember this is all unconfirmed. Yet, sources suggest that when Nicole discovered Lisa was building something with a man she knew, she decided to strike back precisely where it would cause the most pain. Nicole reportedly feels no regret for her actions. From her point of view, if Lisa could disrupt her engagement, then Lisa's own relationship with the pastor was simply an available target. Despite this justification, public opinion hasn't been kind to Nicole. Many people online feel she should have left the situation alone, especially after Lisa had stopped making public comments about her. They believe Nicole's response went too far.
Nicole Murphy, you're disgusting. You sat on that couch and you laughed. It ain't no moment, it's a mess. You wrong for that. You the type of women that let these men be evil. They gotta have some help, and women like you are that type of help.